Hey everybody, welcome to another Area Spotlight. Hi, my name is Brian Schrader. I'm with the Coastline NC Real Estate Team at BlueCoast Realty Corporation down here in the greater Wilmington area. Have you guys ever heard of Wrightsville Beach? We're going to talk about Wrightsville Beach because one of the neat things about our area is all these different barrier islands that we have to choose from when we want to go to the beach. So let's take a look. Wrightsville Beach is located just east of Wilmington. So it's actually considered part of New Hanover County. As you can see here on the map, the red arrow, that is Wrightsville Beach. It's about 5 miles long from point to point. So let's take a look at some of these gorgeous shots. Wrightsville is one of my favorite beaches to go to. Number one, it's probably the closest one to my house. But as you can see here, here's some shots where you can look down through the water. This is a nice calm day at Wrightsville Beach. You'll see that you can see the sand. So Wrightsville it's a special place. People love it. People that are living in Wilmington, whether it be Porter Snack, downtown, or even in the Leland area, will all have easy access to Wrightsville Beach. But here's a shot of the water. This is the north end. This is called Shell Island. Here's another shot of the Johnny Mercer's Pier. That's the concrete pier that you'll find kind of like in the middle of the island. But the way Wrightsville is shaped, you have Wrightsville Beach, then you have Harbor Island that sits right behind it, and then you have the Intracoastal Waterway and the mainland. But if you look at this shot here, here's another shot of the north end. That's called Mason's Inlet. And then just beyond it, you can stretch your eyes and you can see another island, and that's Figure 8 Island to the north. But again, pretty nice calm day, small waves, but Wrightsville it's really pretty. Here is a shot of the backside. This is called the Lee's Cut area. You can see the salt marsh, and you can see the Intracoastal Waterway in the background, and also the mainland. So Wrightsville is a barrier island. It's 5 miles from point to point or inlet to inlet, and it's a pretty place. There's also a section called the Loop. So if you like to go running or walk your dog, I think it's about a 3 mile loop around. It encompasses Wrightsville Beach and Harbor Island together. But as you can see here, there's a few hotel complexes on the island, but most of the island is residential homes and vacation homes. And here's another shot, just kind of flying over some of the waterways. Pretty sands. The water quality here it's pretty impressive. One of the things when I first moved to the area back in 1996, I love the fact that the water here would either be greenish blue or even have that Caribbean blue hue to it. And the main reason for that is the Gulf Stream sits about 55 miles off the coast of Wrightsville Beach. So you get these big eddies of water from the Caribbean Gulf Stream that kind of flow to our area. But here's a shot of Harbor Island. You can see they have a park in the middle. It's got some playing fields. It's got some tennis courts. And here's a shot of the backside of the Intracoastal Waterway where you'll find the boat ramp, the causeway that you see going underneath the bridge in the waterway. There's also a little tiny sandbar here called Palm Tree Island. A lot of times at low tide, you'll see people with boats hanging out there on the barrier island. But Wrightsville is a really cool area to boat in. This is called Lee's Cut. It's one of the back channels of Wrightsville Beach. But there's always a place to go to, a sandbar to anchor up at around Wrightsville Beach, whether it be to the north or to the south, or even on the backside in some of these marsh areas. Now, if you're into fishing, these are some of the best waters for fishing for flounder, red drum, and sea trout. There's just tons of wildlife in this area as well. But this is where you get into the salt marsh. You can get them there doing some crabbing, clamming, another big feature for Wrightsville Beach. But here is, if we go down to the other end of the island, you'll see another pier. That's called Crystal Pier. There's only half of it left, but at the end of it or the front of it, there's a restaurant called the Oceanic. There's restaurants also along the Intracoastal Waterway here. But here is a shot of the backside of Wrightsville Beach on the south end. This is called Banks Channel. Banks Channel is another little area to boat in. But as you fly over the southern tip of Wrightsville Beach, you'll find this area here. There's a lot of sand. It's a great place if you want to catch a sunset. On the East Coast, you can find a spot here on the right side and catch one here in the south end of Wrightsville Beach. Here's a shot of the inlet down here. The inlet at Wrightsville Beach is easy access if you're into boating. You're trying to get to and from the Intracoastal Waterway to the Atlantic Ocean. You'll see here, this is another island across the inlet on the south side, and that's called Masonburg Island. It's special because a lot of people like to take their boats over there. You can only get to it by boat, so there's no cars, there's no houses on the island. It's actually a wildlife preserve, so it's a really pretty spot, special spot. If you're looking to try to get out away from the crowds during the summertime, it's a good spot to be. But here again, Banks Channel, flying over the island, you'll see Crystal Pier right there and the Oceanic Restaurant. But Wrightsville Beach is a really cool island. We have a lot of different barrier islands here in the area. I'll try to do some updates on some of the other ones, but Wrightsville is a really cool spot. So if you're visiting the area and want to know where some of the closest beaches are in the Wilmington area, definitely check out Wrightsville. It's a pretty one. But anyway, Brian Schrader with the Coastline NC Real Estate Group. Please feel free to subscribe. We're going to be rolling out more updates on videos on different neighborhoods and towns and beaches. So again, hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys here on the next update. Take care now.